Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. This is Growing Wisdom. I'm here today at Mount Auburn Cemetery in Cambridge, Mass, and we're here with Dennis Collins. And you and I are talking lawn alternatives, which is a very hot subject right now.
Here at Mount Auburn, we've got 175 acres. In many places, in many cases, the burden of maintaining or trying to get that weed-free, perfect lawn is too much. It's expensive, it's time-consuming, it takes a lot of water and chemicals, and it's not always appropriate for a landscape setting. We are trying to replace grass with a whole palette of new and sometimes old ground cover plants.
So Dennis, what have been some of the successes, the things that really work well?
One of them we're very pleased with is Lamiastrum galeobdolon. Its common name is yellow archangel. And we have found it works perfectly under old mature beech trees. It looks great, it's low maintenance, it succeeds in competing with the weeds. Not all of the ground cover alternatives are herbaceous plants. Here's an example of a woody plant. This one is Cotoneaster, a cultivar named Stribes Findling. Well, here is one example of the creeping euonymus that we began using about 20 years ago. It is actually one of the better plantings of it. It's not gone crazy and began to spread everywhere. Look at what's next to it. We have the English ivy, one of the other ground covers from that period, and the two of them are now mixing together for better or worse. So this is an example of the Liriope spicata, the creeping lily turf. It happens to be growing, in this case, with some Pachysandra green sheen, and this has been in the ground, at least the Liriope has, for about 15 years. And here's an example of the Pennsylvania sedge, Carex pennsylvanica. In this location, we could not get grass to grow at all. This sugar maple, the very large tree above it, was casting a very dense shade. It was dry, and probably the roots had robbed the soil of whatever the grass might have needed. So the sedge, which is a good drought-tolerant plant, will take the dense shade. It will fill in a little more fully, but this is only in its second year, and we think that it will be a very good substitute for conditions where grass just won't grow.
So if I've made the decision to get rid of some lawn, one option, of course, is chemicals. But are there other options that are more organic to kill the grass?
There are, and one of them that has worked for us. It may sound a bit simple, but it's simply taking some black plastic, the thicker the better, maybe 8 millimeter if possible, and stretching it out over the grass that you're trying to remove. You can pin it in place and walk away and come back after maybe 6 weeks, and the grass will be dead enough that you can easily rake it out or clean out what's left of it.
Dennis, we're at an area where obviously you folks have chosen to keep a little bit of lawn, and that's okay sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely. And this is one of the more public spaces on the grounds. It's right by the front gate on Mount Auburn Street. And this is maintained to a higher level. It gets some water, it gets fertilization, whereas out there on the rest of the 175 acres, we don't fertilize and we don't water. So this project was probably our largest one for removing grass, and it was about an acre. But what we've done here is a wildflower meadow. And it's something that, of course, it's a lawn alternative, but it may not work in every situation. It's in flower throughout the season. There's always something different. So if you come from one week to the next, you might see something else in flower. Here in the front, you see the orange of the butterfly weed, Asclepias tuberosa, and behind it, the purple coneflower, which has a nice effect.
Dennis, this was fantastic. Certainly a ton of things to think about in terms of replacing some of that lawn with a lot of alternatives. There's a lot out there to think about. And remember, folks, it all starts with one small step. You don't have to replace an entire acre in one fell swoop. Come back every week for all of our videos at Growing Wisdom.